of class 10. Today I am going to teach you another topic or another chapter you can say of class 10, that is land. Now see, before we have discussed about productive mechanism, that is in that we have discussed about production, utilities and factors of production. Now see, the first part of factors of production is land. Now see, definition of land. According to in economics, the word land is defined to include not only the surface of the earth. Means in economics, land is not defined that it is a surface of the earth, but also all other free gifts of nature. Means land is not only defined that it has a surface of the earth, but all other free gifts of nature which we are getting from the nature with the help of land, like mineral resources, forest resources. From where we will get the minerals? When we will dig, when we will go beneath the earth, then only we will get the mineral resources. Forest resources, the forest will not stand on a river, on a water, it will also stand on land. And indeed anything that help to carry out the production of goods and services but is provided by nature free of cost. Means land is provided by nature free of cost and other gifts also, but while producing such things like service and goods and services, then we have to pay a cost. But otherwise land is a free gift of nature, and all the resources, all the other free gifts like mineral resources, water, air, heat, you can say forest, everything whatever we are getting from the land. Moving on the next topic, that is characteristics of land, or you can say the features of land. See, the first characteristic of land is the supply of land is fixed. Means in the earth's surface, the 1/3, this portion is land and this whole is water. So the supply of land is fixed, means it is only this much. So we can't create land, we can't produce land, but we can increase the quantity of operational land by clearing the forest. If we will clear the forest, we can get extra space for operation, for doing work. Okay, but we cannot produce land. Next, production of land is costless. As we have discussed before also in the definition, that land is the free gift of nature. Land is the free gift of nature. So the cost of production of land is nothing. Means we can, because the thing which we are not able to produce, what will be the cost? So the cost of the land is nothing. So the second characteristic is production of land is costless. Third, land is immobile. Immobile means land cannot move from one place to another. Like the labor can move from one place to another, but the land is fixed. We cannot take the land with us from one place to another. But in other hand, we can take the other factors of production, like capital is there, machinery, labor, we can take them. But land is fixed, so it will not move from one place to another. Fourth, land is heterogeneous. Means the different varieties of land. There are various varieties of land. The land of some area is fertile. Some have alluvial soil, some have littoral soil, some have that sandy soil, some have the different types of soils we are getting in the land portion. So we have to see to which part we can utilize for cultivation and which part we have to use for factories and other things. So because the total amount of land we have limited, so we have to work on it, that how we have to utilize the proper land in proper way. Next, land has alternative uses. Land has alternative uses means we can use the land in different ways, like not only for agriculture. for agriculture, for different shades, factories, poultry farming, dairy, etc., nursery, etc. See, the land has alternative uses means the land is not only used for agriculture purpose. The land can be used for different purposes. Like we can use it for factories, we can use it for dairy farming, for poultry farming, for nursery, for making factory shades, for making houses different. So the uses of land is alternate. Means we can use it according to our taste, you can say, or according to our need. See, once again you see all the characteristics. First, supply of land is fixed. Means we cannot supply more land. Because the supply of land is fixed, only we can increase the quantity of operational land by cutting the forest. Next, production of land is costless. See, the thing which we are not able to produce, the production is costless because it is a free gift of nature. Now, next, land is immobile. I have told you we cannot take land with us from one place to another. For example, if you are shifting from Delhi to Mumbai, you can't take your home with you to Mumbai. Why? Because it is immobile. Next, land is heterogeneous means it has different variety of soil in it. So we have to see to it the which area of land we can use for which purpose. Next, land has alternative uses means the land is not only used for agriculture or for the factory. So we have to see our need. According to our need, we are able to use or consume that land. Next is productivity of land. Now see, what is productivity of land? The productivity of land is the capacity of land. The capacity of land in raising the total output of a country may be termed as productivity of land. Now see, the capacity of land of any country, whatever the outcomes come after a year, okay, whatever the total output the country give or the land provide, that will be considered as the productivity of land. Now see one example. For example, productivity of land means the average yield of any crop per hectare. In agriculture sector, whatever the per hectare the farmer is cultivating per hectare, whatever the per hectare crop is coming out, that will be considered as the productivity of that particular land. Again I am telling you, the productivity means the average yield of any crop per hectare. Means if we had cultivated sugarcane, so per hectare the sugarcane, whatever the amount of sugarcane will come out per hectare, that will be considered as the productivity of that agricultural land. Next, the determinants of productivity of land means what are the factors responsible for the productivity of land, or which are the factors while keeping them in mind we can see the productivity of land can be increased. First, natural fertility of land. See, if the land is fertile naturally, means it is already fertile, we don't have to use any additional chemical fertilizers or anything, then the output of that land means the productivity of land will be more. Simple. Second, proper use of land. Proper use of land means whatever land area, I have told you before also, whatever land area we have to fully utilize it. We have to fully properly utilize that particular land area. It is not there, suppose we are using this much portion, this much all portion is left over, we are not using it. We have to use the complete land area to get the proper output. Means the product to enhance the productivity of land. Next, investment on land. Now see, this is very important factor or important determinant you can say. See, investment. For example, I have an agricultural land. What investment I will do? I will invest there for irrigation facility. Suppose I have 2-3 acres of land where I want to do farming, but the problem is there, I don't have any irrigation facility over there. So what I will do? I will do the investment on the land. I will do investment on that particular land by adding irrigational facilities. By adding irrigational facilities. So this investment, what will happen when I will add irrigation facility over there? This investment will utilize my land more and the productivity or the capacity of land will also enhance. Next, location. Next is location. Now see, location of land. Location of land means if a land is situated near a river, so the particular land is more useful for agriculture. Okay, but on the other hand, if a location of the land is situated near a railway station or a bus stand, so what we can do? We can utilize that land area in making warehouse or anything else. Okay, next, understood location. In location, what we will do? If the land is near a river, so it is suitable for agriculture, and suppose the land is near a bus stand or a railway station, so we can utilize it for some other purpose also. Next, scientific way of cultivation using improved technology. See, this one point is very important to increase the productivity of land or to enhance the productivity of land. See, scientific way of cultivation means we have to use the scientific way of cultivation using improved technology. Likewise, I can give you one example. Before, many years back, what happened? Agriculture is done by the bullocks. But now, the different types of implements are there. Tractors are there. Then combines are there. So, with the help of that, we are doing the cultivation. What happened? Because of that implement, because of this scientific ways, the productivity of our land is increased and the cost and the expenditure on that is also decreased. So in this way, by using a scientific way of cultivation with using improved technology can also enhance the productivity of land. Now see a revision. Natural fertility of land means if the land is already fertile. Next, proper use of land. Whatever land area we have to use it full or we have to use it in a proper way. Next, investment on land. If we will do investment on land, it will increase the productivity of that land. Next, location. According to the location, we have to see what work we have to do on that particular area. Next, scientific way of cultivation using improved technology. Means we have to work with the technology to increase the productivity of our land. Thank you. I hope you have understood.